Goal of each Nofapper is to prevent relapse. We as the Nofappers, as the members of Nofap community, try not to relapse. On our streak, we try to not masturbate as long as possible. As I said in a previous video, many people believe relapse is one moment in their life. They're completely fine and then in the next second they relapse. But we discussed in the previous video that relapse actually is a gradual process taking days or even weeks. And we said that before the actual physical relapse, there's a mental stage and emotional stage of relapse. In today's video, I'll try to share with you some of the worst environments, at least for me, when it's hardest for me to not relapse. When the biggest challenges show up, the biggest urges emerge, and how I try to compete with this. If you're a young male, student, as well as me, you definitely know what I'm talking about when I say that summer is time when the biggest urges show up. And I know why it's that, and I believe I can share with you some techniques to prevent those urges. So I'm a student, and now it's early June. The summer kicks in, and the school ends. And many people, I believe, many of my friends, my classmates, share this, let's say, boredom. I don't know whether boredom is the best word, but during the school year, we had strict regime. The school was, I don't know, from Monday to Friday. We had to do projects, assignments, etc., etc. And now, when all the exams are done, we actually have nothing to do. We have no goals, no purpose. No one expects anything from us. Yeah, many of us try to find a job, some internship for a summer, but I believe the June is the worst part because many internships, especially here where I live, start from July and last until August. So when you're finished with school in early June, you got one whole month without any routine, without any goals ahead of you until your internship in July. And let's say you don't get a job, or you don't have to get a job or whatever. You'll have, let's say, 3 or at least 2 months without any tasks, without any goals. And your mind and your, let's say, environment tricks you into thinking, yeah, that's good. You worked hard the entire year. You deserve some free time. You deserve doing nothing. But it's actually the worst environment for relapse. Right now, currently in this moment when I'm recording this video, it's rainy outside. It's been raining for a whole week. My school is over, and I got no motivation whatsoever to do anything. Really, I'm so lazy now. And that's the time when you turn on YouTube, when you start watching, I don't know, some shitty Netflix show. That's the time when you say to yourself, I'm so bored, I'll download Instagram to check some content, to gain some dopamine. And when you feel this boredom, when you don't have a strict routine, trust me that that's the worst time to be when you're a Nofapper. Because that's the time when you're bored and you don't have a strict routine. Like, obviously you don't want to get fired from the school, so you study. But now, of course, you can study as well. You can do some of your own projects. You can, I don't know, study Spanish or whatever. You can watch educational videos. You can read books. But will you? Do you? No, you watch this video on YouTube. Then you'll watch another video on YouTube, and then you will feel so bored, so demotivated. You won't go out because it's rainy. Right now I cannot go out. Oh well, I can, but it's not like when it's sunny and it's pulling you out. You're sitting in your small room. It will come to you. Those urges will get stronger and stronger. So how to compete with this? You have to plan your day in the evening, day before. You got me? When you go to sleep, let's say, why did not I relapse today? Is that when I was going to sleep yesterday, I took out my notebook and I write down that, okay, I'll meditate at 9 a.m., then I'll eat, then I'll read, etc., etc. I'll go to gym. At 4 p.m. I'll record this video, then I'll work on my programming projects, etc., etc. You have to plan your day in advance, and then you have to plan to your schedule has to be so tight that no, let's say, boredom can fill in, because when you are bored, this cycle starts and they will drop down and even deeper and deeper, and those urges will show up, trust me. And I believe you know what I'm talking. If you ever relapsed, it probably was due to, let's say, boredom. And how to compete with boredom? Have a goal, have a task. Set a goal a day prior. Okay, the next environment suited for a relapse, at least in my opinion and in my experience, is when you're ill. When you have flu or this mild disease. When you get cold. You got me. When you're ill, you don't feel like doing any work. You're so tired. And you're probably like, alright, I'm ill. I won't go to gym. Of course I won't. I have to stay in a bed. I have to regenerate. And you're in a bed. But what can you do in a bed when you're ill and your head hurts, you don't feel like doing work, studying, you feel it's inefficient because you're ill, of course. So you'll turn on your TV or play some Xbox or watch some Netflix show. And this is exactly the same. Can you see it? It's the same pattern as in the previous case. You break a routine. You break a routine. You don't have no goal to accomplish, no tasks, and that's when you get bored. And when you get bored, you seek those easy dopamines. And when you appear in this position, when you are seeking this easy dopamines, scrolling your phone, playing video games, etc., that's when the urges kick in. Because it's like when you're hungry and you don't eat like steak or some real meat, but you eat, I don't know, chips or some, some shitty food. It won't fill your needs, so you'll try to eat more and more and more junk food, more and more junk dopamine, until you're so hungry, you're starving for this dopamine that you will relapse. Please leave a like, subscribe to this channel, and share experiences with Nofap and relapses in the comment section. We shall never surrender.